Alright, what's going on, guys? So it's been another probably like 30 to 45 minutes. I'm really dark, so there we go. So it's been another 35, 40 minutes, something like that. So as you can see, the motor's on the hoist. We've got this bolt here that I got at O'Reilly's just to use for the transmission. That was a bolt I got last time. It doesn't really matter about the bolt. We've got one right here on the block and one right here, and they're both holding on pretty well. We've got the leveler. It's relatively level. I mean, it's still hanging down towards the transmission side of things, and that's fine. As you can see, the clutch, the stage 2 clutch is in there with the new flywheel, and there's the old clutch and the old flywheel. And the new flywheel actually is like 3 times lighter, I would say. Probably, maybe not that much, but still a hell of a lot lighter. So here's what the base looking like. I'm really digging the black so far. I did put the power steering on, and I did get a little upset because I chipped some of the paint right there, but it's not too big of a deal as long as I don't chip much of the other paint. I'll be good. But yeah, so I'm just gonna try and get this hoisted up, get it lined up so it's ready to go in the car, and then I'm going to put like a blanket over spots that I don't want to get scraped up, and we're gonna slide it in and try and get it on today. So we'll see how it works, and then I can worry about like plugging in hoses at the bottom of the engine and all that stuff, and then I can put the head on later on once I've got all the hoses at the back and stuff done, so I don't need to worry about it. But yeah, so this is how it's looking, and I'm getting really excited for it, so I'm getting pretty stoked. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to work, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alright, what's going on, guys? I don't know what I just opened on my camera. Okay, what's going on, guys? I'm hella dark now. Alright, so let's try that one more time. What's going on, guys? It's been a little bit of work time with the engine. I got it mounted to the hoist, obviously, as you can tell. It's in the car, as you can tell. Basically, all I'm looking for is the bolts to my mount, my transmission mount. And I don't know, I might have just misplaced them in my garage. I don't know where I put them. But I'm going to be searching for those. Once I find all of those, then I can actually mount up the transmission side of things and get ready to work on like connecting hoses and all that stuff. I'm not really concerned about I'm not really concerned about like having the rear mount and stuff in right now. I'm just concerned about like getting the 2 main mounts in and letting go of the motor. I'm gonna try this nut and see if this works. Okay, that'll work for now. This is a control arm nut or bolt or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's fine though, because I'm just gonna pop it on for the time being. And I don't know, it's the same type of bolt, nut, whatever it is. So that should work, and then I'm going to be just letting the hoist get off of the motor, let the car, you know, sit down, and then we can work on plugging in wires and all that stuff, and it'll start to be getting interesting soon. So I'm pretty excited, and yeah, I'll put you guys on a time lapse or something, and we'll figure it out.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. ways, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways.
What's going on, guys? Man, my camera battery's just getting lower and lower just because it's getting cold, and also because I'm filming a lot. But anyways, so this is what it's currently looking like. The car's up off the ground, as you can see, and the wheels are off right here. Basically, I just slid in both axles in the past like 30 minutes. I did that, so that was pretty easy. The hard parts are going to be torquing the ball joints down and torquing the axle nuts down, because they're already used axle nuts. And then I've got to figure out this wiring mess on the back of the engine, make sure the alternator's in the right spot, and then after that, I think I've got to do the rear mount, the front mount, and then I can start plugging in. Well, then I can be working on hoses, and then I can be also putting on the head, and then the intake, of course. And yeah, so that's how that's gonna be. So I'll update you guys once I've got some more stuff going on. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. I haven't spoken pretty much all day because I've just been working. But yeah, so I'll update you guys in a little bit. Alright, so that's what it's looking like. The head's on, it's not torqued down. I've got timing belt all done and right. I've got one more bolt to do on the intake, and it's right behind this damn hose. It's the stud at the end of my fingertip right there. And it sucks because I'm not going to be able to get to it easily. So yeah, so I've got to hook up this hose right here. I've got to hook up. Okay, well, that's now done, except it's just not clipped on. Then I've got a couple more hoses to do, and then other than that, it's just a little bit more plug and play with the wiring. I just got to plug it all up. I've got a few more hoses, add the radiator, of course, and fill motor with oil, coolant, all that stuff, and hopefully I can get it started up. I do have to bleed the clutch and the brakes though, so before I'm able to start it, I have to bleed the clutch. But it goes in every gear, it's got the shift linkage attached, it's got everything pretty much attached except for, you know, a little bit of the wiring. So hopefully I'll be able to start it tonight. If not, I'll probably be doing that tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm going to get back to work. I'll give you guys a little bit more of updates pretty soon here, but just to show you, it's reluctant to go into fifth without the clutch, but yeah, so yeah, it goes into every gear, and it's getting pretty close to done here, so I'm getting kind of excited and a little bit annoyed because, you know, I want to get it done and some things are coming into the way, and I'm like getting a little bit annoyed with that. But yeah, other than that, I've got a couple more things in here that actually go to the engine bay. The intake, alternator, belt, and the power steering belt is in there as well, which reminds me I got to do my power steering, hook that up. But yeah, so that's what it's starting to look like. Hopefully this time, you know, I won't blow it up in 100 miles. But yeah, so I'm gonna get back to work and I'll update you guys in a little bit. I'm not 100% sure on when I'm actually gonna end up getting it started. I might get it started tomorrow, might get it started tonight, I'm not sure. Either way, I'm happy. Only thing is if I get it started tonight, the brakes will definitely not be bled, so I will have to do that tomorrow. Which means if I get it started tonight, which would be awesome, it means I could get the car back into the garage easily and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get back to work and I'm gonna stop rambling. So, catch you guys in the next clip. What's going on, guys? So this is what the motor looks like. Most of the things are connected. The only thing that actually isn't fully tightened down is the intake arm, which I'm actually going to tighten down here in a second. But yeah, I'm about to crank it. The distributor is not hooked up right now, so I'm just going to crank it and have it have it circulate some oil through the motor, and then I'm going to try and start it, and hopefully we'll be good. So yeah.
Go ahead.
That was me trying to keep it on the gas. Alright. So what we did was, we did timing, we switched it by a tooth, we did the idle air control valve was not plugged in, so we're going to give it a shot now.